Hi guys. Good evening, good afternoon. It's a little bit later than normal. Sorry friends, it's been a busy day getting back into school with my boys after our spring break last week with them. Happy Wednesday, it's hump day, middle of the week, hump day. It is Wednesday, April 15th, 2020. And we only have 2 more days till the weekend. I know it doesn't really feel like special the weekend since we're home all the time, but maybe we get to spend some extra time with our moms and dads when they're not working, or do something special on the weekends. Today is a Work Together Wednesday for our Week of the Young Child, which is just that, working together as a family to get something done, or when we're together in a classroom getting something done, whether it be a project or a building or making a special science project, just working together to make it happen. So I tried to get my boys to come on to the video with me, and that was not happening today, guys. So I just thought I could give you guys some ideas of things that I've done with my family to work together to make something. Just last week, my boys were talking about how they really want to go camping. And unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get to go when we wanted to this year. Usually at the end of May, we go camping. So we set up a tent inside our living room, and we put on a movie, and we had some snacks and we popcorn and pretended like we were camping in our living room. So we worked together to put the tent together, to put it up, put the poles in. We worked together to find our sleeping bags and our lanterns and our headlamps, and getting all the snacks and stuff together too. So it was something that we worked together. One game that I really love playing with you guys when we're at school is in our block center, playing Topple the Tower. And it's something that you guys could do at home if you have blocks or Legos or anything you want to stack. If you have cups or lots of toilet paper rolls right now, I hope you guys are saving them for all your fun projects. You could work on stacking those to see how they might stack up on each other. And what you want to do for Topple the Tower is just count how many blocks you can stack until that tower topples, and to see how far you can get. And then you can try another time to try and beat that number. But that's a really good way to work together, to plan together, and to kind of strategize together on which way to put your blocks or your Legos or your cardboard toilet paper tubes. And so that's a great way. If you can build a fort, maybe you have lots of sticks in your yard. I was just mowing my lawn the other day, and there were so many sticks, and I thought we could build a fort with them, or build something with them, maybe a little platform to sit on, or a little garden fence. So that's something that you could work together to do, is collect the sticks and things in your backyard, build a fort, or build something small, build a sculpture together. Maybe if mommy and daddy allow it, you can build a fort with your couch cushions in your living room. If you take the cushions apart and put them together, maybe put a blanket or a sheet over top, and then you can have your little fort inside. Maybe that's a weekend thing to do so that you can keep it and hang out for a little bit. But those are some things that I thought that you guys might like to do on Work Together Wednesday. I know Miss Amber sent out an email with some of our teachers' ideas, which sounded pretty cool too. So check that out if you haven't yet. And I'm gonna go on remember our letter of the week, the letter V. V is 2 big lines, 2 big diagonal lines, and we start at our smile, go down from the top to the middle, and then back up to the top. Another diagonal big line. And remember, it's kind of like a triangle. If you would have an extra big line at the top, it would look like a triangle. It's like an upside down mountain. A valley. Valley starts with V. Okay, so I have a special book, and I know you guys might know this book in a different way, a different title. If you know the story of the three little pigs, this story is kind of a little different. It's called The Three Little Wolves and the Big Bad Pig. So this story is a little bit about working together. So it kind of goes with our theme of today for Week of the Young Child. This is The Three Little Wolves and the Big Bad Pig. A little different than what you might know, huh? So once upon a time, there were three cuddly little wolves with soft fur and fluffy tails who lived with their mother. The first was black, the second was gray, and the third was white. One day, the mother called the three little wolves around her and said, "My children, it is time for you to go out into the world. Go and build a house for yourselves, but beware of the big bad pig." "Don't worry, Mother, we will watch out for him," said the three little wolves, and they set off. Soon, they met a kangaroo who was pushing a wheelbarrow full of red and yellow bricks. "Please, will you give us some of your bricks?" asked the three little wolves. "Certainly," said the kangaroo, and she gave them lots of red and yellow bricks. So the three little wolves built themselves a house of bricks. There's the kangaroo. She's got this wheelbarrow full of them. They were very nice, right? They asked very nicely with a please, and then they started building a house of bricks. The very next day, the big bad pig came prowling down the road and saw the house of bricks that the little wolves had built. The three little wolves were playing croquet in the garden. When they saw the big bad pig coming, they ran inside the house and locked the door. Uh-oh. Here he comes. He does not look nice. Have they worked together to build that wonderful, beautiful little house? Now they're playing very nicely together. The pig knocked on the door and grunted, little wolves, let me come in." "No, no, no," said the three little wolves. "By the hair on our chinny chin chins, we will not let you in, not for all the tea leaves in our china teapot." "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," said the pig. So he huffed and he puffed and he huffed, but the house didn't fall down. Oh, he's blowing and blowing, huh? But the pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. He went and fetched his sledgehammer and he knocked the house down. The three little wolves only just managed to escape before the bricks crumbled, and they were very frightening indeed. Uh-oh. He is not a nice pig. He knocked down their whole house that they worked so hard together on. Ay, Dios mío, huh? "We shall have to build a stronger house," they said, just when they saw a beaver who was mixing concrete in a concrete mixer. "Please, will you give us some of your concrete?" asked the three little pigs. "Well, certainly," said the beaver, and he gave them buckets and buckets full of messy, slurry concrete. So the three little wolves built themselves a house made of concrete. It'd be a little bit stronger than the brick house. What do you think? Uh-oh. No sooner had they finished than the big bad pig came prowling down the road and saw the house of concrete that the little wolves had built. They were playing battledore and shuttlecock in the garden, and when they saw the big bad pig coming, they ran inside their house and shut the door. The pig rang the bell and said, "Little frightened wolves, let me come in." "No, no, no," said the three little wolves. "By the hair on our chinny chin chins, we will not let you in, not for all the tea leaves in our china teapot." "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," said the pig. So he huffed and he puffed and he puffed and he huffed, but the house didn't fall down. It's a pretty strong house, huh? But the pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. He went and fetched his pneumatic drill and smashed the house down. Oh my goodness. The three little wolves managed to escape, but their chinny chin chins were trembling and trembling and trembling. Uh-oh. He is one nasty pig. There go the wolves. This beautiful concrete house is busted. Oh, we shall build an even stronger house, they said, because they were very determined. And just then they saw a truck coming along the road carrying barbed wire, iron bars, armor plates, and heavy metal padlocks. Please, will you give us some of your barbed wire, a few iron bars and armor plates, and some heavy metal padlocks? They said to the rhinoceros who was driving the truck. Well, sure, said the rhino, and he gave them the barbed wire, iron bars, armor plates, and heavy metal padlocks. He also gave them some plexiglass and some reinforced steel chains because he was a generous and kind-hearted rhinoceros. So the three little wolves built themselves an extremely strong house. Look at this. It was the strongest, securest house one could possibly imagine. They felt absolutely safe. This house is amazing, made out of steel and iron, some of the strongest stuff you can find. And then they have some barbed wire here for protection. Uh-oh. The next day, the big bad pig came prowling along the road as usual. The three little wolves were playing hopscotch in the garden. When they saw the big bad pig coming, they ran inside their house, bolted in the door, and locked all 37 padlocks. The pig dialed the video entrance phone and said, "Little frightened wolves with the trembling chins, let me come in." "No, no, no," said the little wolves. "By the hair on your chinny chin chins, we will not let you in, not for all the tea leaves in our china teapot." "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down," said the pig. So he huffed, and he puffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, but the house didn't fall in. But the pig wasn't called big and bad for nothing. He brought some dynamite, laid it against the house, lit the fuse, and uh-oh. Kaboom! He blew the house up. Oh my goodness. The three little wolves managed to escape and ran. Uh-oh. There they go. He blew that whole house up. "Something must be wrong with our building materials," they said. "We'll have to try something different." But what? At that moment, they saw a flamingo coming along pushing a wheelbarrow full of flowers. "Please, will you give us some flowers?" asked the little wolves. "With pleasure," said the flamingo, and he gave them lots of flowers. So the three little wolves built themselves a house of flowers. Wait a minute. Do you think this will keep the pig away? What? I think we could blow that house down. What do you think? Let's see what happens. One wall was marigolds, one was daffodils, one was pink roses, and one was cherry blossoms. The ceiling was made of sunflowers, and the floor was a carpet of daisies. They had water lilies in their bathtub and buttercups in their refrigerator. It was a rather fragile house, and it swayed in the wind, but it was very beautiful. Next day, the big bad pig came prowling down the road and saw the house of flowers that the three little wolves had built. Uh-oh. He rang the bluebell at the door and said, "Little frightened wolves with the trembling chins and the scorched tails, let me come in." "Oh, no, no, no," said the three little wolves. "By the hair on our chinny chin chins, we will not let you in, not for all the tea leaves in our china teapot." "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down," said the pig. Uh-oh, they look scared, huh? But as he took a deep breath, ready to huff and puff, he smelled the soft scent of the flowers. It was fantastic, and because the scent was so lovely, the pig took another breath, and then another. And instead of huffing and puffing, he began to sniff. He sniffed deeper and deeper until he was quite filled with the fragrant scent. His heart grew tender, and he realized how horrible he had been. Right then, he decided to become a big, good pig. He started to dance and sing. Oh my goodness, look at that. That beautiful smell of all those flowers made this mean pig turn nice again. there's the wolves. They're surprised, it looks like. They're still in their house, but they're going, what is he doing? So at first, the three little wolves were a bit worried it might be a trick. But soon they realized that the pig had truly changed. So they came running out of the house and started playing games with him. First, they played Pig Pog, and then Piggy in the middle. And when they were all tired, they invited him into the house. They're all playing together. They offered him tea and strawberries and wolfberries, and they asked him to stay with them as long as he wanted. The pig accepted, and they all lived happily ever after. Look how cool that is. He just needed to stop and smell those beautiful flowers. And then he turned into the nicest pig. And now they all live together. It was a good book, huh, guys? Did you like that? I think it was great that the three wolves were working together. A little different than the three little pigs, huh? Because that wolf came and huffed and puffed and blew all their houses down. And then at the end, did they become friends in the other story, the three little pig story? They didn't, huh? The wolf ran away and the three little pigs were left alone. Now, in this story, they all become friends at the end, which is pretty fantastic. And then maybe they all work together to do some fabulous things, like they were playing together in the field. I like that book, huh? All right, guys, so that's it for Wednesday. I know it was a little shorter video tonight. Tomorrow is Artsy Thursday, so I have a really cool little project planned to share with you guys, see if maybe you guys can make it. Collect your cardboard tubes, because we're using them in our craft tomorrow. I hope you guys have some laying around. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you very much and miss you tons. And I love seeing all the videos of your musical instruments that you made, and pictures too. So if you want to keep sending them over. And anything else you'd like to send is fantastic, because I love seeing your faces and your smiles. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Thursday, okay? Have a great night. And I miss you. Ah.